Whatever doesn't kill you only gets you higher. Yo, what's going on? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report is coming from LRG off Earwood, when this happened, 2011, the drugs used, bath salts and alcohol, at a dose of 3 bumps of bath salts. The route of administration is insufflated, gender, male, weight, 140 pounds, age, 19, prior experience, experienced with uppers, and a setting, a variety of locations. Okay, so here's another bath salt report that I happened to come across that turned out to be pretty casual. LRG tries bath salts for his first time with a friend, and the night unfolds from there. From research he did online, he found that bath salts were potentially stronger and better than street stimulants. We get to see a somewhat controlled perspective on this from LRG, as he doses pretty low and presents a strong will against redosing. In result, he's left with mostly a good time with little to no drawbacks. But if you don't know much about bath salts, we'll break them down after the report and explain how common they were at one point. So, without further ado, let's dive right into this. Unfortunately, I cannot list the exact dosage, for I do not have a scale. I've insufflated bath salts for a week now, and from my usage, I don't regret a single result. I'm perfectly healthy, and have taken all kinds of uppers in low and high doses, and I'd say this is personally my favorite. From the day I've heard of bath salts, I did research on it online. The only thing I learned from opinions was that it was better than blow, meth, MDMA, and is quickly addictive. I thought I would give it a try, seeing that it isn't banned in my state and was easy to acquire. I went to a smoke shop with a buddy, call him A, and purchased 500 milligrams of bath salts. We went to another friend, B, of ours, and walked into his house, but he wasn't there. It's nothing out of the ordinary to chill at his house when B isn't home. But we decided to just skate around our neighborhood right before doing a key bump each. For any new drug, I am cautious and take in small amounts. I do not take uppers often, and my tolerance for any upper is low at this point. We walked outside and got our boards from my car. The second I got on my board, I feel the usual come up of an upper. I feel a good vibe skating and determined to learn new tricks. Cottonmouth came on quick, but I had a bottle of water to diminish it a bit. 15 minutes later, I became more talkative, but also more of a listener because I felt empathetic and open-minded to the conversation I had with my friend A. 30 to 60 minutes in, my girlfriend calls and starts complaining because I haven't talked to her all day. Usually I would ignore her, or we would argue for a long time, but I calmly talked to her and made her happy by the end of our short conversation. I felt amazed at how I handled the conversation. How I handled it probably explains the later part of this report, because I could have just ignored her and she would have never came over. 1 hour, 30 minutes in. We went back to my car that was parked at B's house, and B showed up at the same time. We went inside for a bit. I felt it wearing off, so I went to the bathroom to take another key bump. The effects picked back up, and I noticed my jaw was a bit sore from clenching, and I noticed I was lip smacking. I was able to prevent it, most of the time, through the rest of the day. 2 hours in. My friend A and I leave B's house to go to mine and have a jam session. 1 acoustic, 1 electric guitar. We started making a song, and ideas were racing through my mind of things we can add to the song. It wasn't hard to concentrate on one thing for a long period of time during this part of the experience. 2 hours, 20 minutes in. My friend A asked for another key bump, and I decided to take another one also. We continued to play, but the ideas were slowly fading to the point to where I couldn't play anymore. My mind wasn't letting me play. I had to stop, but my friend A continued to play some things he wrote before while I listened. I noticed my hands were somewhat cold and sweaty. 3 hours in. My friend A leaves, and my girlfriend comes over. I easily ate some soup, so there was no loss of appetite. Right now, the effects are talkative, lip smacking, empathy, and a feel-good happy mood. We started a movie and started banging for a good hour only because she was done. I can't say it was solely the bath salts that increased my sexual mood, because she has big tits and I'm a sucker for them. 6 hours in. I take her home and head over to my cousin's. It was wearing off to the point of complete soberness. He had a keg and people over that I also knew. I played beer pong and caught a good buzz. 9 hours in. Still drinking but no sign of MDPV effects. The night goes on but no continued use of bath salt. For the next 7 days, I continued to do bumps and small lines of bath salts and only had positive results. No crashing, irregular heartbeats, paranoia, or bad side effects. A common mistake I hear is that people redose trying to get the same effects as the first dose and overdo it. I am capable of ignoring the want to do more. I have no urge to keep doing more and more. I simply like taking a small dose every now and then. My boss tells me I've been doing really good at work, and my girlfriend says she's completely happy with me because I've been nothing but nice, understanding, and happy. I also do more productive things when I use bath salts. I use small doses for a comfortable, enjoyable high. Alright, now bath salts. Bath salts were synthetic stimulants sold casually at a point around the late 2000s and early 2010s. These could have been a variety of things. Most commonly, it was thought to be MDPV, which if we look, a lot of drug seizures will reveal that, but others have popped up as well. Methadone being the next most common, alpha PVP, or Flocka is one, or even something more obscure like 4FA has popped up, which isn't even a cathinone like these others. If you don't know what cathinones are, they're a class of stimulants that bases from the cat plant. Cathinone itself is a substance, while many of these just build off of that. But in terms of intensity, cathinones are known to be as strong, if not stronger, than your well-known amphetamines, like Adderall, or even the likes of meth. Which substance it is, and the dosage, plays a strong role. Methadone has been reported as one of the strongest. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. You can just go to a gas station or a head shop and pick up something potentially stronger than meth, probably at a cheaper rate as well. It was a pretty shady business, and a lot of the times, the people who decided to take voyage with bath salts didn't know exactly what they were consuming or what a right dose was. For those with addictive personalities, this could have been a very dangerous thing to know about, and that partially explains why a lot of these substances have been banned across a lot of the world. They are as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than street drugs. Because the thing is, some of these substances weren't well known about at the time, and if you overdosed or ended up with some health complications from prolonged use, medical professionals may have no idea how to treat you. If there ever was a cautious way to go about bath salts, LRG showed it somewhat well here. Redosing most likely would just lead to agitation down the line and instill reinforcement. And to start low to see what it does to you would be the best move. But even so, he does decide to drink alcohol later in his experience, which alcohol most likely would further the dehydration and physical stress more. Then he did mention doing it over 7 days, which probably isn't the best practice, even if it was in small doses. Just doing the drug more is going to increase the chances of addiction. Also, the positives he got from it could pull him in deeper if not careful. The perfect drug, so to say, could easily lead one to addiction. But let's bring up some other bath salt reports we've done and compare. So if you remember the last one we did, it was Worst Night of My Life by Casual Abuser. Now he took a bath salt called White Stallion and dove right in without hesitation. He just snorted from a straw into the bag as soon as he got it pretty much. And he got high. He felt great for the first 2 hours, but it took a turn for the worst after that. He went into a strong paranoid state, biting his lips uncontrollably, having racing thoughts, and just not feeling like himself at all. It was a really bad come down, so bad that it made him not want to do it at all again. But maybe with the right dosage, the experience could have been different. But this just shows how some people treated this going into it. The next report I want to bring up is Smoothest, Least Uncomfortable Analog by Andy5750. Andy's experience is somewhat closer to this one in the way that he only experienced favorable effects. Andy did happen to take alpha PVP knowingly, but controlled his dosing in a similar way shown here as to not overdo it. For some people, this method of slowly working your way in works for many substances. Even with your most base substances, like caffeine or cannabis, this can be true. Though, the big difference here is that Andy was in a controlled setting for the most part, while LRG just goes along with what happens. The main similarity these reports share is that their method of ingestion seemed to allow them more favorable experiences. But we're going to end it there today. If you guys did enjoy this bath salt report, you want to see more on bath salts, more synthetic stimulants, or any substance at all, let me know in the comments below and we can do that. If you have your own report, you can send it into NoOneSubmitReport@gmail.com. If you did enjoy today's video, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow the socials, share the video. It's been Someone That's No One, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.